بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So now the next thing, we'll try to get into the lab configuration for the GLBP. Now the similar kind of lab pre-configurations will be applicable here as well, depending upon what devices you're using. If you're using dedicated routers, let's say if I'm using a router, in that case, the configuration will go on the interface which you implement. And in case if I'm using the L3 switches, the only difference is the configuration will go on the VLAN interfaces. Okay. So the prerequisite setup is going to be the same thing as what is required for the previous labs. Either you can use the router setup where you can add the routers and do the verification part, just like that is one option you can go with. The other option, again, you can also go with the L3 switches. So whatever the lab option you are going to use, the configuration wise, the majority of the configuration commands will replace the standby command with GLBP. So that's the only thing we need to remember. Like like the interface here, if I'm using F0 by 0, so I just need to go to the F0 by 0 interface. We have to say instead of standby 1, I'm using GLBP 1 and the virtual IP address, whatever we have decided. So in my example, I'm using 192.168.1.15. Now the same thing applicable on the other side as well. So make sure that the group number and the virtual IP address remains the same. Whatever the group number and the virtual IP has to match compulsory on both the sides. Now the next option, we can configure the priority value. Like priority value will decide who will become the active virtual gateway. So in my case, I want the router 1 to take up the role of active virtual gateway as well as AVF, and the other one will be just going with an AVF. So I'm going to configure the priority value on the router 1 but not required on the router 3. The preempt is again by default enabled. You can skip this command or you can enable it if you want. But mostly in the older iOS versions, you might need to enable this. So in the current iOS versions, you don't need to enable the preempt command. So you can skip that, and we can verify that by using show GLBP commands. Other options, we can change the timers as required. If you just wanted to adjust the timers, we can adjust to 1 and 3. And authentication is again an additional option we can enable if you want to secure the process, same like we did in the HSRP. So if you see the configuration summary here, it's going to be the same configuration what we have done mostly in our HSRP. So the verification commands will be using show GLBP or show GLBP brief. And additionally, I'll be using clear arc commands and generate the pings with the multiple gateways. So in terms of verifications, to test it out, we need to have multiple client PCs, and we use the trace commands to confirm which gateway it actually uses. So at that time, you just need to clear the ARP messages so that the next time when I send the request, it might be going from a different gateway. That's an additional thing we have to keep in mind. Now, the other options, what we can enable with GLBP, if you summarize the configuration here, we can enable the tracking. Now, the tracking looks similar here, but it's going to be different. Now, how it is different is, let's say, like we discussed in the case of HSRP, we are saying this is my active. And if this interface goes down, it is going to subtract the decrement the values so that it will become 90. So automatically all the users will go from the other gateway. But whereas here, as both the gateways or all the gateways will be doing the load balancing, which means, let's say if I'm using 4 gateways, let's take an example. And in this, all the gateways will be forwarding the traffic, all are AVFs, and anyone will be AVG, of course. Wherever you configure the priority value of 120, that will become the primary. So now let's say what I need to do is I need to enable the tracking here. Now what is tracking? Which means I'm going to say that we have to go and say track this interface S1 by 0. And if this interface S1 by 0 goes down, okay, so for that we need to create a track object, just like we did in the previous protocol. So this is similar. Create a track object, which is going to create track 1 to monitor the line protocol status of the WAN interface, whatever the WAN interface you are connecting to that. And if that interface goes down, the tracking is going to say that, there is a failure or there is some issue with the tracking. And we are using this tracking here. Now here, when we are using the tracking here, if you see, we are using the GLBP1. Now here, instead of using the decrement one, now here we need to link the option with a weighting. Now this configuration commands like is going to associate the GLBP1 with a tracking object 1. Right here we are tracking. So which means what I'm saying is if this track interface, nothing but if this interface goes down, then the GLBP is going to automatically decrement by 10 points or 10 points we are going to say. Now what is this going to tell? Now here the priority value is not being used for tracking. Here instead it will be weight. So the only difference like we can say, if you compare this with HSRP, in the HSRP the priority value will be decremented, which will be a deciding factor to tell who will be the primary. But whereas in the case of GLBP, it's not the priority value, it's actually the weight. Okay, so the weight is going to be the deciding factor, and the default weight is again 100, which is the default weight. So what I'm saying is if this track interface is going down, then the GLBP is going to automatically decrement the weight by 10 points. Okay, so that basically saying that, if the tracking goes down, it's going to decide which router will be forwarding the traffic, which router will not be eligible to forward the traffic. Now the next line, what we are going to say is I'm going to assign the weight. The weight I'm going to say is 100. So now in this command, I'm going to say that the weight initial value will be 100. That is the initial value for the weight for the group 1. And I'm saying the lower value and the upper value. Now this lower value is going to define the lower threshold value, which is 95, which means that if any device goes weight less than goes to 95, that means there is some problem, which means that particular gateway will not, or we can say like that gateway will stop forwarding the traffic. And again, the upper value, we are saying a threshold value of send, which means the track interface, when it is coming back up, means whichever the interface is used or the gateway is used, if it reaches the weight of 100, which means it will be eligible to forward the traffic. Okay, so that's like just like the minimum value and the minimum value to be eligible to forward and higher value to forward. Okay, so in my case, what I'm saying is I'm saying this, the weight is 100. Let's say, let me take a simple example of 4 gateways, and for all gateways we simply say the tracking, whichever the primary or the AVG we have configured, we simply say that all will have the weight of 100. So the weight value is different than the priority. And I'm saying that if the track object goes down, so I'm going to say that the track, if it is going down, if it is down, then automatically subtract 10, which means this will become 90. And this is not eligible to forward the traffic. Any gateway, it's not just applicable for one. If anyone is down, let's say if this is also going down, it will become 90, which means it is lesser than my lower threshold value, which means this is not eligible to forward the traffic. So basically, these 2 gateways will stop forwarding the traffic, whereas the other gateways still have the value of weight 100, which means they are still eligible to forward the traffic through that. Okay, so in my case, they will be able to forward the traffic here. Okay, so the main purpose of this high availability configuration is to dynamically adjust the routers which will be forwarding, which will be not forwarding. And again, in case if any of the router fails, it will decrement the weight value to ensure that it's going to ensure that they are not forwarding any traffic. They simply stop the traffic, and whichever or working means whichever the interface tracking is up and running, they will go with the default weights and they will be forwarding the traffic. So the main difference or the adjustments where you have to do, because if you see the previous configurations, it's not much different than what we did inside the HSRP or the VRRP. But whereas when it comes to GLBP, in terms of tracking, the configuration commands will change, because the main difference here is we are not tracking based on the priority value. We are actually tracking based on the weight, because every gateway will be forwarding the traffic. So we need to consider which gateway should not forward the traffic. So to make that possible, we will be assigning the lower threshold value so that it becomes 90. So anything lesser than 90, 95 is not eligible to forward the traffic.